Welcome back everyone to another Aeronautica battle report. So today we're going to do the good old fashioned dogfight, and you probably notice that we don't use the points rules, as in if we're down to 25% of our force we call it off. We generally go down to pretty much the last plane standing. So we play these rules. It's a bit of a house rule for ourselves, purely because we've never made it to the full complement of 12 turns before. Marcus normally wipes me out by turn 4. So today, as you can see, we're playing the ever lovely Orks and some species called Tau that no one really ever cares about. So Marcus, talk us through what planes you have today.
No changes. I've got the same old, same old. So we've got the Dawn Sword, lovely, beautiful little tiger shark there, and then we've got 2 Barracudas, both equipped the same way. So both of them having the burst cannon with 2 underslung burst cannons as well.
Nice. And the Dawn Sword has a character on board, doesn't he?
He does. So he's the I shall feel no pain for a little round. So how do you say his name? Dorn Oka.
Nice.
So, and then the only upgrade on him, which obviously is the only thing he can have an upgrade of, is underslung ion drones.
Okay, and today I am playing Shocker, the Orks. We do have other aircraft people, but we keep playing our favourites. So I tweak my list a little bit every time. I do like my grot bombs. Now, sadly I won't be playing with them today, because I'm trying out heavy bombers. So these bad boys here. So they're basically the shooty variant of the grot bombs. So still the same structure points. And then 2 remaining planes are the Dakar jets. So all of my planes have custom big shooters. 3 points each, 2 extra shots, and your front firing arcs. Why not? So today in the dogfighting scenario, we've rolled for cloud cover, and cloud cover is actually 1 and 2, which probably won't do many favours for us. But this is my deployment. Marcus is actually at altitude 3, just in case things get tricky. You can dip into the cloud. Right. Okay. So we've got our tokens ready.
We do.
And we're going to see who has initiative. Now I have the fuel can. Whoop-de-doo. I was just thinking of last time we played. Right, I will let you go first, I think, sir.
There's a surprise. Right, so we're going to start off with the Dawn Sword. He is going to keep to the same altitude. So he's doing a turn. So he is going speed 4, he's going to stay to altitude 3. So he'll turn once, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he can do a double turn. He does do a double turn and finishes there.
Most excellent. So me picking Marcus to go first for the movement. It's pretty nice to know where your opponent's going to go, but it also does mean that Marcus will get to shoot first. Right, so I'm going to pick this big bunny over here, and he's got a 1. So he's currently at max speed. He is at altitude 4. So he's going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will turn just very, very slightly. So I'm just turning just like so. Right, do you know what you're doing next, sir?
I do. We should go to this pilot.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to decel by 1. So I'll go down to speed 4. And then he shall turn 1, 2, 3, 4, and double turn again.
Okay. So last time I spread out a bit. This time I'm a bit more clumped up. But you seem to be staying away from me, sir.
Yeah.
So this big bunny is doing the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping at the same altitude. Keeping a maximum speed. Yes, that's right. Maximum speed of 4. Be afraid.
Cool. And then we will go to this pilot here.
You've got to have a 7 somewhere, Marcus. Don't mess with me, man.
3.
What?
Right. He is going to go and increase his speed up to max, which is 7.
Nice.
Is it 7? 6 even. Okay, and he will turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn. 6.
So I'm afraid the Orks may be a bit cowardly, actually. They could go for a shot, but I think they'll stay back for the first turn for once. So, this guy has a maneuver too. So for those who don't know, we're just pulling random numbers. If you've never played Aeronautica before, I've done a level flight, which is this maneuver here. So I got to move and I can turn and face. I'm about to do a swoop. Marcus has just done a couple of turns. So if you wanted to, press pause now. Some planes have better movement than others. So my big chunky bomber can only do 3. And my Dakar jets can go up to 5, whereas Marcus can go all the way up to 7 with his small planes. And is it 4 with the big one?
Yes, it is.
Very good. So yes, press pause if you want to. And no one is using 8 today.
Not yet.
I've increased my speed to 5. Now I could throttle up to a big old 6, but from where I want to go, I will potentially land on one of my own planes. And that's never good. For you could bump and land somewhere you don't want to go. So I'm going just behind there, tucking behind that big one. Seems a bit cowardly for Orks in the first turn. It's a bit different from what I normally...
It's not you.
It's not. I normally just go flat out forward and then hope for the best. And that doesn't generally work out. Right. And then with this guy...
2.
He also has a 2. It's nuts, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4... And I would bounce again, so I'm going to accelerate up until 5, and I'm going to keep the same altitude, so I'm going to end up right beyond that plane there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll turn the speed in a second. So first turn, no shooting. Everybody's outside of range 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not happening. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not happening.
So yes, cunning but brutal, possibly, or just slightly quirky and unlike me normally. So it's not very orky, I don't think. Not very orky. Tokens have been placed for turn 2. Oh, it's strong. Oh, 2 6s on the trot. I mean, you're wasting my 6s tonight, Marcus.
You're doing it.
I want you to move first.
Right. I think we will lead with Bluebell. Yeah, so speed up to max 5.
Mm-hmm.
So turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh.
And then I turn the once. So back the way I was coming.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I'm going to climb to 2 altitude. So I'm going to go up to altitude 5.
Okay, because he's so fast, he can go up to altitude.
Yeah. And then it drops me back down to speed 4.
Okay, so if you were speed 4, he would only be able to climb altitude 1, but because he's more than 4, he can climb 2. So this guy over here is going to increase his speed to 7. Doing a maneuver 2, so he's going to turn. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and turn 1. So, for those who don't know, Marcus is increasing my speed to 7 for me because he's a gent. Your altitude on that guy?
5.
So Marcus knows I cannot get altitude 5 because I am an orc. So if I was going to shoot that guy, I'm hitting him on 6s. So 1 altitude difference is -1 to hit, and everybody normally hits on 5s. And then regards to firing arcs for forward facing.
Yeah.
There. And Marcus is going to do another one. There. So anything that crosses those lines are up for shooting. Now the rear arc is still the 60-degree arc for rear firing, or tailing firing even. But if you do tailing firing, which is a separate section of firing, so that's after the movement and the firing phase, it's in the end phase. It's in the beginning of the next phase.
Yeah. It's determined in the end phase, and then it's carried out at the beginning of the next turn.
In the turn summary there, you can see it's choose maneuvers, initiative, then tailing fire from the previous round. So we put the token down at the end of the end phase. But the difference between forward firing and tailing firing is tailing firing, you have to be completely within that cone. Whereas if you're shooting normally, as long as any part of the line passes over the ship you're shooting at, it's totally legit. And then the side firing works in the same way, but it's 120 degrees.
So does rear firing. It's the tail firing specific rule.
And there. So it's quite a nice angle if you had side firing, and it goes over the line as well. So it's more than 120 degrees really, but there we go. So that's the firing angles. We'll see in the shooting phase how that actually plays out though.
Right, so we're going to go with this one. He's going to accelerate to top speed, which actually is 7. Reread it. My ionic engine allows me to go to speed 7, and it's the throttle of 3. So he's going to increase to maximum speed, which is 7.
Wow.
Okay, so with this maneuver, he does a turn. Then he will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then turns twice. Once, twice, and I will increase his altitude to 4, so it drops him back down to speed 6.
Ooh. Ooh. See, altitude 4 is the same level as me, and 1, 2, 3, 4, more than 4 is medium range, which is the sweet spot for Tau. So this guy is also going to do maneuver 2 and accelerate to 7 because he can throttle to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn 6, 7. Looks pretty dangerous being right there, but I'm hoping to get some shots. So for orcs, the sweet spot is close range. Okay. Do you know what you're doing with your last plane?
I'm just counting hexes. Hold on. 1, 2. Right. So this one here is going to increase his speed to 4, and he's going to do a bank.
Uh-oh.
So
Win for this bank.
1, 2. Turns again. 3, 4, 5.
Where's he off to?
Okay, and then he turns 1, 2, increases altitude to 4, and drops the speed back down to 4.
Uh-oh. So this guy is doing a 1. He can only do a big old speed 4 anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to pivot the plane so I can actually sit comfortably behind the blue plane. Speed 4, altitude 4, and back to this plane. So he's going to do the same thing. He's going to stay at 4, speed 4, altitude 4, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's probably right because there's not much else I can do there. So he's going to pivot his plane so he can sit comfortably behind that one. So remember, my sweet spot is short range, and Marcus does get to go first. Wah, 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 wah. So do you know which plane you're going to use first?
Yeah, I'm going to start with the Barracuda here.
Okay, so regards shooting, Marcus has several different weapons.
Yes.
So you can shoot with one weapon, and whatever the outcome, you can then pick another weapon. As long as, if you're shooting the same plane with the same weapon, that's totally legit. If it's in the same firing arc, and you can pick different planes in different firing arcs as well, which will put up a little rules section on the screen as so. Okay, so Marcus is firing.
Right, so we are going to pick on that fighter.
No way!
So he's in my sweet spot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we will begin with the Swift Strike Burst Cannon. So medium range is 6 shots. So
same altitude.
Same altitude, so 5s to hit.
6s.
And we have 2 hit shots there.
Nice.
And the burst cannon is 5s to damage.
Okay.
Oh wow! 1 damaging hit.
So classic Marcus there, already rolling hot.
There we go. Then we fire the missile pod, so we have 3 shots.
And is that the same arc?
It's the same arc, so these 2 weapons are forward arc, but all the targets are forward arc, so I can only pick on that one aircraft. So 3 missiles. Both, all 3 miss, both. And then we go on to the long-barreled burst cannon.
Which is which is also front firing, correct?
It's a 360, but
Ooh.
all the targets are in the front, so I can only pick on that one.
Yeah.
So 3 dice medium range.
And you would want to anyway, wouldn't you?
I would want to anyhow. So we have 1 hit,
so
and
far.
it damages on a 5.
This is it.
And got him.
Classic Marcus. Classic Marcus. So that guy would have been in the sweet spot, would have been putting 10 dice in there. So Marcus did the exact right play, and he rode strong. As he often does, the kid.
It's
Okay.
the towel for the greater good.
It's not greater. Right, okay. So, as much as I don't want to, because this guy has a 5-up once per turn,
Yeah.
I'm going to use this guy before he is dead, because as you guessed it, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble over here. So he is rolling at 10 dice, because normally he has 8 in his sweet spot, which is the short range. So short range, for those who don't know, is 1 till 4, and he has 8 shots normally, but he's got the upgrade of the custom big shooter, giving him 2 more shots. So 5s and 6s.
Ooh,
This makes a change. This makes a change. That's 5 so far, but
Oh, wait a minute. Who are you firing into?
that guy.
He's at altitude 5. You need 6s.
Ah, pants. So it's good job Marcus is here. If I was shooting at that guy, it would be less dice, but 5s and 6s.
Yes.
So he's quite right. That guy is a different altitude. So -1 to hit. And then 5s and 6s again. 2.
Ooh, 2.
So presumably this is the time you now want to do your 5-up
I do.
ignore.
So basically, I roll a single die on a 5 class. I ignore the damage.
Which is nasty, because that's 2 damage there, people. So 1 die.
Nope, and it's 2 damage.
It's 2 damage. So I'm going to remove that token to say that that plane
There
has
we go.
shot. Okay.
Right. So, with that, we will fire with the second of my Barracudas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Not the little plane.
Yep, so 6 shots. Oh, do I want to go? Yeah, too late. I'm already calling him. 2, 4, 6. There we go. So 6 shots.
So same altitude. So 5s and 6s.
So 5s and 6s. We have 2 hits on a 5. Damaging shots. No.
Snake eyes.
Snap. Then we have the 3 missiles. And we have the 3 long-range burst cannon drones. 1 hit from them. And again on a 5. No, absolutely nothing this time.
So these missiles don't have an ammo count. Some missiles do.
That's correct.
So I am going to go with my first of my heavy bombers. So I'm working out some angles here. So I can see he does have forward firing. Forward firing is not in range with this guy. So I'm going to put the forward firing in here. And I might put the dorsal turret into that guy as well. So the dorsal turret would be 2 shots as well. And then if I'm very, very lucky, my side 3 shots will go into him. Because he's at medium range, sadly, so it makes no difference between there and there.
But higher altitude.
But he has a higher altitude, so that's why I'm putting all my better shots into that one there. So, my nose turret is only 2 shots.
Nothing to do with revenge
then. But I do have a custom big shooter, which gives me 2 more. And in this particular situation, I'm going to use my dorsal turret, which is 2 shots as well. The reason I'm firing them all at the same time is because they're all the same profile, and they're all going after the same thing. So, same altitude, 5s and 6s. What the hell, man? Okay, and then 5s. So you'll find at Orks, most of the weapons are 5s, followed by 5s.
And he is gone.
Wow, this is totally different game from when we played last. And then I'm going to do my 3 shots, hitting on 6s only, from the port big shooters. Oh, there's a shot.
There's one.
And 5 or 6 to wound. Nada. Still, very good though. Very, very good. Okay.
Right, so over to my tiger shark. He can't pick on anything in his forward arc, so everything's just outside of it. So his underslung ion drones at short range are 2 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to pick on the little guy here. And that is 2 dice. So that is 5s to hit. 6s to hit because I'm a higher altitude. So they both miss.
Okay. Right, so all I've got left is the last heavy bomber. I believe it's only side arc only, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, only just in medium range. So just the 2 dice.
Plus your turret?
Oh yeah, I must have put the turret in as well, which is another 2 dice. You're quite right, because turret is dorsal, up, and all round. So you can totally get in there. Roll them all at the same time, because once again, it's 5s to hit, 6s to hit, 5s to wound. So nothing.
Alright.
Okay, that's a very interesting second turn. Turn 3, and it's the roll off for initiative. What the hell? What is going on with my 6s tonight? This is the 3rd turn, and it's the 3rd 6 on the turns.
Isn't it?
So, guess what? Could you move first, please, Marcus? Does mean he gets to shoot first, though, guys.
Right. So, to the same altitude 4. Well, I decide that at the end of it. Sorry. So,
He's currently speed 6, so he's thinking, does he want to throttle up or down or stay the same?
I'm going to speed up to 7. And I will be doing a stall turn.
Oh no!
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And
he's turning back on himself.
360 turn.
And you're staying 360 turn?
180.
I was going to say 360 turn would be amazing. Okay.
There we go.
Staying the same altitude. So this one's going next. It's keeping at speed 7. And he's also going to do a stall turn. This is not what I had in mind, people, but I don't want to get tailing fire. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn. 5, 6, 7.
Ooh.
The token there so everybody can see. We'll be getting shot in the back now, at least. Well, not by that plane anyway. So, what's he going to do?
Right. We're doing a snap turn.
Oh, snap, son! So, snap turns are these. Me and Marcus has just done a stall turn, so it's a flip.
Yeah. Right, and then he is going to... Just trying to figure which way you're going to go. Right.
You think I know?
No, that's just it. He's going to increase his speed to 5. Turns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then turns all the way back again. But will then... Oops, I've done a mistake.
What's that?
I increased my speed to maximum and I'm climbing down in altitude, so I've now taken myself up to speed 6, which is too high. Crap, I made a mistake.
Unfortunately, Marcus knows as well as I do.
I've just done.
If you make a mistake, it even says, I think it's in page 3.
Yeah, no take backs.
There is no take backs.
Right, so because of that, I've just gone into spin. Right, so basically goes into a dive, and should a diving aircraft ever attempt to exceed its max speed characteristic for any reason, including player error, it risks breaking up. Roll a d6. On a 3+, nothing happens. On a 1 or a 2, it suffers catastrophic failure and immediately suffers 1 damaging hit. Yay!
He's okay, people.
There you go.
He meant to do it. He meant to do it. Now, the only time that's ever happened to us previously, it was on one of my Ork planes that had 1 wound on it, and I failed, and the wings came off the plane, which was very Orky.
Yeah.
So Marcus totally meant to do this. So this one here is going to drop down 1 speed. It's going to do maneuver 1. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's on minimum speed. No, it's not. Minimum speed is 2. I lie. He's on speed 3, which is okay. It's okay. So I'll adjust that in a second. And this one here, he's got also a 1 on himself. And
Speed 4. Are you accelerating or decelerating?
Well, I can't accelerate, can I?
Well, I don't know. I did. I mean...
Right. I mean, there will be some tailing fire if there's planes still alive. Sorry, I'll take some tailing fire. I'm okay with that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Right there. So, Marcus's minimum range. I'm gonna take it like a champ, and I'm gonna get tailing fire.
That's medium range.
Yeah. Ideal range. Sorry, I meant to say. Sorry. Do apologise. And it is Marcus's turn for shooting.
We are going to start here.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to unload into that little fighter that's putting him at a complete risk. I don't need
it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Right, so I don't particularly like short range. It gives me 3 shots on my Swift Strike.
Mm-hmm.
So my burst cannon is 3 shots, 5s.
Oh, there's 2 there. That's a strong start. That's a strong start.
5s again.
Oh, look at that. Tau are ace gunners.
Then the only viable target now for my underslung drone is this big bomber that's next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The only problem is my burst cannons are medium and long range only.
No more shots.
No more shots.
Well, I might as well go with this one here before he gets blown away. So, he's going to put only the side guns here. He doesn't have any rear guns. He does have rear bombs, but they're not going to help him right now. So he's going to put his dorsal and his port. That's right, I got it right. Port is the left. So that is a big old 5 shots. Same altitude this time. Yeah, that's right, I remembered. 5s and 6s. I saw a couple of 6s then. What happened?
You burned it back.
There's some 6s in and they just disappeared. Right, that's it for him.
You've got a tail gunner.
I do not have a tail gunner.
Do you not?
No, no, I have nose, dorsal, which I put into my port, my starboard, and the only rears I have are ground attack only because they are bombs.
Oh, wow. Right, okay. So then we go over to the Dawn Sword. So we are at medium range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Which is where you want to be.
That's where we want to be. So we open up with the ion cannons, which are 4 shots. So it's 5s to hit. That's 1. They are 4 to damage, and they do explode.
Oh. So
and it explodes, that's 2 damage.
2 wounds.
Then we have the missile pods, 3 of them at medium range. And another hit, and they damage on a 4, which is another wound.
Okay.
And then the underslung ion drone, which at medium range is a single shot, which misses.
Okay, so if you notice there, people, some of those shots were damaging on 4s rather than the Orks 5s.
Yes.
And 6s did extra damage. Nasty. So the only thing I've got left is this guy. I'm pretty sure his front firing cannot shoot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because his front firing has no long range, so can't
And
get.
he's actually just out of the front Arcania.
So it's going to put all his side, his port, and his dorsal into that guy. So it's 9 shots.
Ow!
9 shots. So it wasn't as good as the 10 shots I was hoping to get you with, but
No.
hey ho, hey ho. And the dice go everywhere. So that is 2 potentials.
Ooh, yes, it is.
So we will have some tailing fire in a minute.
Oh, I don't know.
I reckon
I got
so.
lucky with the 2.
I don't think I'm going to get 2 5s here, Marcus. No,
Well,
no.
I'm
There you go.
lucky.
So there will be some tailing fire.
Gonna mark that one up.
Remember, I cannot shoot back.
Tailing.
I was hoping to take him out. That wouldn't have happened. But hey ho, hey ho. Okay, so we'll put the tokens down for turn 4.
Yep.
And we'll see what
So we
happens.
haven't been-
Okay, so it's turn 4. We're rolling for initiative, and then it's tailing fire. He gets it.
Yes, and you will be moving first.
Oh
But we
man.
begin with the tailing fire.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. So the sweet spot.
4's your sweet spot?
1, 2, 3. Sorry.
Damn.
So we begin.
He's
1,
pulling
2,
a
3.
fast one.
No, I'm just wishing. So we're not in the sweet spot. So the burst cannon is 3 dice at short range. And then the underslung drone won't be firing, and the missile launcher will
But
be
remember,
6 dice.
last time he fired 3 shots, he did take a plane out.
So that's the burst cannon, 2 hits, and they are 5s. So it's a single damage.
He does it again, people.
And then the missile launcher for a 5, followed by a 4. No.
Okay. Very impressive, though.
There we go.
And you want me to move first?
Oh, yes, please. Move those big, highly maneuverable aircraft.
Sure. So this plane here,
Yeah.
let's put the token around the front, shall we? He's going to deso to 3. Actually, we was still on 3 from last time, aren't I?
No, you were.
I didn't move. I was supposed to be on 3. So whatever happens, I'm going to 3.
There we go.
I'm going to go 1, 2, and face there. So forward, turn, and get in the way of my other plane.
So there we go.
I'm going to put that other plane up that way. This is what happens for the big bunnies sometimes. Dry humping planes.
Look like 2 whales at it. Right.
It's just commenting on my lockdown weight.
Right then. So we will do a turn. I am currently way too fast, so I will immediately throttle back to speed 5.
Ooh.
Because I don't need to be risking crashing again. Or not crashing, but
Oh, come on.
risking losing a wing or something. So, turns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then turns 2 facings to there. And there we go.
Which is good because, as you can see, Marcus is out of my front arc.
Yeah, but your side arc's just as scary.
Less dice though. Less dice.
1.
Oh,
mind you got big shooters on, don't you?
So, drop in speed 3. I'm doing maneuver 1. Should have said. There we go. And turning 2, 3. So I am moving speed 3 and altitude 4.
So, I have, and then I am going to decel down to 5.
I can imagine where Marcus is going.
So, down to 5, and we will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then turn.
No way!
Yeah, didn't see that coming, did you?
No way!
No.
Well, at least I get to shoot first.
Yeah, that's the hard part. It's like, do I?
I don't think somehow I am going to wipe you out. So, I'm going to go with this plane first. He can only shoot side anyway, so I'm going to put...
But you can actually target both of them this time.
Yes, I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my starboard first, which is 6 shots, which is funny if it's going into there. So 6 shots.
Yeah.
And see what that can do.
Oof. 3, 4.
4 potentials. And then followed by 5s on the damage roll.
Boom,
Wow, that's it. That plane is gone. So then I'm going to use my port, which is 6 again, and I might as well use my dorsal, which is another 3 at this range.
Yes, it is.
Right, so 5s and 6s, because we're the same altitude still, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Oof! Oh my god.
Wow. And then 5s and 6s, but he does have a shrug if I get anything, which I don't.
Right.
That's it, that plane's done well for me. It's done well.
So, now, this one here is out of my forward arc.
He is.
So therefore, all my forward arc would be on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So we will begin with my primary weaponry, which is 2 dice from the ion cannons. So 5s to hit. Nope. 1 die from the missile launcher. Nope. And then we will go with the underslung ion cannon.
This is where it's at, and it's going against
And
that.
it's going against him, and you are 1, 2, 3, 4 medium range, which is a single die.
Ooh. There
Which
it
hits,
is.
and it's on a 4 up. It's another wound.
Oh, he's left on 1, people. He's left on 1.
And then your final broadside and turret back.
Yes, so it is medium. So the dorsal is only 2 at medium, and 3 from the port.
Yes, it is.
Okay, there's 2.
2.
There's 2. 5s and 6s for the wounding.
Oh,
They're both, and 1 landed on there as well. So I'm assuming Marcus is going to roll this 5 now and shrug it off.
No, there's 2.
2.
I'm down to a single wound.
Oh,
Oh my.
This is a different game now, people. This is a different game.
Now, we were saying earlier about the disengaging rule, which we blatantly ignore anyhow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even anyhow, because that's more than 25% of my fleet left, or force left.
Yeah, because they're about 33 points each, is that right?
They are.
So,
exactly 33.
there you go. So Marcus can't even disengage anyway. And these are 28 points. A couple of times we've played, it's been down to 1 plane, and we thought, oh, it's game over. And then that 1 plane is a flipping hero.
Damn right.
It's a lot more fun. And it's not like we're really worried about turns, because we're on turn 5 now, or will be in a second, out of 12. I can't imagine this will go on 12 turns. Right.
That, or we've suddenly fluffed up.
Yeah, we break our own planes up and stuff. I mean, that never happens, right?
No.
Never happens. Right, okay, so we'll put some tokens down and then roll for initiative for turn 5. You could always hide in the clouds.
Damn right.
And don't you have any way to ignore clouds?
Not in him now. The other two did.
Damn. So you can hide in the clouds and play cat and mouse.
Yes, but I can't now, unfortunately.
Right, okay. Tokens have been placed.
Here we
It's
go.
turn 5. Oh, what the... Oh. We both got 6s, but I'm still counting that as pretty epic. So, 4 out of 5 turns, I rolled a 6.
Oh.
I would like you to move first, but it does mean you get to shoot first.
It does,
So you probably take a plane out before you go.
We are doing a snap turn. You're currently at speed 5. And I'm going to slow down to speed 4. And we will go turn 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I turn back the way I came.
Okay, and you're on altitude 4.
I am altitude 4, speed 4.
Okay. This guy staying at 3, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3. Turn back
Twice. Yep, there you go.
that way.
Oops. And then your last one.
My last one, haven't really thought this one out. It's also doing a 3. Yeah, didn't work out quite the way I had in mind. So he's going to go back up to 4, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's now speed 4. He's going there. Right. So, do you have a plan?
I plan to kill him and I plan to survive.
So he's out of the front arc, but
but he's under
Yeah,
the 360.
exactly.
So so he's not in the front arc. So all front weapons have to go into him. But he is open to the drones. Doesn't mean that the drone's going to do anything because 1, 2, where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's at medium for the drone, which is a single die.
Okay.
So we'll start that one. No, so he's safe. Does also mean that I'm at your front arc, but it's you still got plenty on the side. So, meanwhile, short range with all the weaponry into him, which is 2 ion cannon. So it hits on 5s.
Oh, there it is.
Exploding die.
Oh, exploding die.
And a single missile pod, which misses.
Okay.
So, over to you.
So, I'm going to go with this.
I have to pray for a single wound to be avoided.
Well, you do have your 5 up,
I do.
which ignores all damage from one weapon.
Yeah, it basically says once per turn when this aircraft suffers a damaging hit, roll a d6. On a 5+, the damage is ignored, and the structure stroke points are not lost.
Okay, so it's normally 4 from the nose, but I get +2 because of the custom big shooters. The custom big shooters on the nose. There's 2 6s and a 5. 5s would be nice. There's 1 5. Do you want to shrug it off? Or try to?
I've got to try.
He does!
Yeah, but I don't get to shrug anymore.
That's it. So I've only now got my dorsal.
Yes.
So 3 shots.
Yeah.
So 1 6. I need a 5 or a 6 now to wound.
Oh, and he's gone.
He's gone. That's it. Only just. That was an epic save towards the end, though.
That was, definitely.
Very good. Very, very good. So, completely different game from last time. I think my dice were exceptionally hot today. So last time I was blaming my dice. This time I'm saying my dice are really, really hot. So, I don't think it was exceptional flying. I do think it was a bit weird how I didn't first turn fly into you, and I bunched up a bit more. Because last time I did scatter a bit, which makes a world of difference.
It did catch me out because I was expecting you to be closer in so I could be shooting at you.
And feeding you planes one at a time doesn't help. So this time, slightly better tactics from the beginning. But yes, I am blaming my dice once again, but for rolling well. So it's even. Balance has been restored. Okay. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and please leave any comments below. Okay. I'll be safe, everyone. Catch you in the next video.